tomorrow is a double-header day, and Pragyan, you start. I mean, Royal Challengers of Bangalore versus the Rajasthan Royals, the first game of the day. Once again, not in Sharjah. The second game is in Sharjah between Delhi Capitals and Kolkata Knight Riders. Your first thoughts on RR versus Royal Challengers Bangalore?
I think the way RCB is a team, it's superb. But you know that death bowling is always haunting them back every year. So that is one they have to address. And the other thing is RR has to come out of the dream that they are going to play in Sharjah always. That small ground. Now they are going to play in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, which are bigger grounds. So the best thing will be they have to find out about the conditions, and to know the conditions well they have to do a little bit of research. And every time we see Abu Dhabi and Dubai, they're not playing in the center wicket, they're playing at least towards one side of the ground. So to knowing the dimensions also is important. One side when it is short, so you have to use your smartness and play accordingly. So these are like I felt which will really help. But as a team, both the teams are good. But a Tibatia doesn't happen every day. So you have to come out of that dream and be realistic and plan more about playing as a team and winning. I know it was a wonderful thing. It's great for the tournament, it's great for RR, but you have to come out of it and be realistic.
Fantastic points. I mean, exactly what I have tweeted also. And Pragyan, that is why it's so great to have you on board. Ridhima, among these 22 players, I mean, Smriti Mandhana tells me that she's become a fan of Sanju Samson, the way he is hitting. If I ask you to sort of pick your 22, I mean, some of the players that you are looking forward to in this game, you've covered them. You've covered them all almost. Between RR and Royal Challengers Bangalore, who are your favorites and why are you picking them?
Well, so honestly, my favorite would be AP because I've not got a chance to cover him. So yes, so that is that man that I would really like to cover, not just because the fact that I host multiple sports and he plays multiple sports. That is that one man that I'd really like to go for. Also, his partnership and friendship with Virat is something that I like to focus on and cover. So yeah, ABD would be my guy.
Okay, and what about Rahul Tewatia? In 2020, everything is negative till Rahul Tewatia comes and he says the vaccine can also come in November. So he's like that breath of fresh air.
He totally is, and I read about him. Those sixes, the way he hit them, and I had also written "Bas kar yaar, kitna mare." So yeah, that is that one guy that I like to cover. But the thing is that I want to see whether he will do it again.
Yeah.
Because then it's a legacy that is being formed. Then it's actually a star that is born. So if he does it again and again, for sure, that is one guy.
Very important point, Rajoshi, and I don't think he'll do it again. I mean, I'm with Pragyan there, and I'm saying it on air. It's tough to say, but he will not do it again. I mean, 5 sixes of Sheldon Cottrell. But your thoughts, Rajoshi, on Bangalore versus RR? Is RR sort of missing a trick there, very similar to Kings 11, top 3 and then nothing?
I'm a little worried about that, Boria. You're very right. You actually pointed that out very right. The top 3 heavy, when you, especially when you're looking at a batsman like Tewatia, great for him. And like Ridhima said, when he was in that hitting spree, those 5 sixes and everything went the way he was hitting, that innings came out from nowhere. But this is the difference between good youngsters, spunky youngsters, and batsmen who've done it all the time. You have an ABD. We were also talking about ABD. These guys, they do it all over and over again. Virat has been going through a lean patch this IPL, but remember going back to 2016, these guys would do it over and over again. That is how a youngster comes out, and that is what I would like to see about Tewatia. You have a lot of these cricketers; they come up and do so well, and look at that is how KKR have done with the youngsters, whether it's Nagarkoti, Mavi, Shubman. These guys have been given a lot of opportunities. Shubman has been there and thereabouts. He's played a few good spunky knocks. But with Tewatia, that's what I want to see. Whether can he come out of that? Can he come out of that zone and do it consistently? That is the magic.
Okay. Pragyan, you've played with Virat. He's not got runs 3 innings. People are saying all kinds of nonsense. To come out and when you are not scoring, even then to come out and play a super over against Jasprit Bumrah speaks about the mindset of that man. That if he had missed, if he had gotten out, whole of the world would have said, why Virat, why not Aaron Finch? But to show that spunk and come out and face Bumrah, get that four, win the game, tells you a lot about Virat Kohli, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And when you talk about Virat, he's nothing got to prove it to anyone. He's a very confident man. Right from the day one when he came into the picture, he was a very confident man. He always wanted to do it on his own. He's the person who's like always there. I am the one who's going to do it for my country, for my team, whichever team he plays for. And I just saw his statement. When ABD said, I'm going to go for the super over, Virat said, I'm joining you, boss. See, that's the confidence he carries. And as a leader, when you carry that kind of confidence, it spreads a lot of positivity in your team. No matter, Virat Kohli is not started well, I'm not worried about that. He's just, I think, 5 to 10 balls away from a great knock. If he gets that five to 10 balls, he's set, then you'll see a different Virat Kohli. And we've always seen that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ridhima, you've covered Virat. You've interviewed Virat extensively during the ICC World Cup, for example. Tell me, when you cover this guy, I mean, what is your impression about him? What, according to you as a journalist who's been up there round close, what does sort of, what is your takeaway? What stands out about Virat Kohli? You've done that car show also, if I remember, when the two of you interacted in that program. So, according to you, give me a ringside view of Virat Kohli. I have my own, but you give me yours.
I think that one thing that totally stands out when you speak to him, it does stand out for every athlete, but it is really remarkable about him is his focus. His focus is so strong. He doesn't miss a thing. Like sometimes when you talk to an athlete and there are a lot of people around you, he might go like, yeah, what again? Sorry, I missed that. Virat never does that. His focus is so strong that that is something extremely remarkable about him. I still remember this incident. My very first interview of the ICC was with Virat Kohli. We had just finished the captain's media day. So I went to him and I spoke about this little child who had spoken to Faf du Plessis and said, I would, if the child was asked if there was one captain who wanted your team, who would it be? And it was an Indian child. And he said, I would want Faf. So I went to him and I said, so this child chose Faf. What are your thoughts about it? So he again used the word, sometimes Faf is much more focused than me. That's the reason that the child went for him. His whole idea is about focus. And I think that is really remarkable.
Interesting. Rajarshi, if somebody can have one cheat meal in 4 years, that to a half cheat meal. He said, after I scored 235 against England at the Wankhede, I told myself I can indulge. So I had a chicken burger. But Dada, I threw away the top bread. I only had the chicken and the bottom bread. Patrick Farhat told me this during the World Cup, that this fellow has not had a cheat meal in 4 years. What does that tell you about discipline?
It's ridiculous, Boria, when he has that kind of discipline. He also mentioned something about Rajma Chawal being a cheat meal for him. I treat this like a healthy meal. That is a healthy meal for me. So it is very easy for us on the outside to go and criticize these people because a lot of mean comments have come out. Pragyan would understand it's not that easy to consistently do well in the T20 format. Sunil Gavaskar said the exact same thing. I still back Virat to go and score 500 runs in this tournament, and you never know when it can come out of. But again, you also followed Virat closely. You know him closely, and Pragyan would probably also be able to take that. Boria and Pragyan, is it sometimes to do with the fact that he's so animated on the field, so aggressive, so wants to make a point, right? Because RCB have since 2016, 17, 18, 19. You look back at the last 3 years. They've had a very, very tough time. Is he on the field looking like, he's a little more animated than usual? And is this, as Virat Kohli, the captain, coming to the fore? And is that probably adding to it? Does it also work with players like that? The pressure of the added pressure of the team doing well, and consequently you sort of getting away from your game a little bit.
Again,
Probably.
Yeah, that's a very good point. At times, you have that match pressure, and then again, when you see the captain being little more aggressive, sometimes few players they're not comfortable. But when you're playing with a champion player, you have to expect. He expects you to be at the top. Always performing really well. That's how he has been playing his cricket. So when you're playing with Virat, you have to be at your top of the game, and saying that, I think he's always been like that, may it be for Indian team or any team that he plays for. He's always expressed himself really well, and he's always on your face. That's the kind of cricket he's played. He loves it, as Rahul Dravid said. And if you see VVS Lakshman would listen to a bhakti song and go into bat. That's the kind of aggression he loves. And Virat Kohli is someone who will always be on your face, and he likes that battle. If somebody comes back at him, he makes sure that he gets the best out of his batting, or his fielding, or whatever he does. That's how he plays, and that is his strength, and I totally back it. If something is your strength and gives that helps you get the best out of you, you must do it.
okay. So we are 15 minutes into this broadcast. It's time. We've got 5 more minutes to go. So I'm going to take fantasy predictions from you guys. You've spoken a lot about Virat Kohli. How many of you are keeping Virat Kohli in your fantasy team? Pragyan, you will go last. You're the expert here. Yeah, the three of us will take from you. But before that, Pragyan, a question to you before we go into Riddhima and Rajashi's fantasy teams. 1 month later, rather a month and a half later, these same two will clash in Australia in perhaps the biggest cricket battle of 2020, Virat Kohli versus Steve Smith. So it's a bit of a rehearsal to that. I mean, two greatest batsmen, two greatest competitors, two of the strongest mentally. If someone can come out of concussion and play at Lords, I think Steve Smith is a revolution of our generation. Okay, Pragyan. So Virat Kohli versus Steve Smith tomorrow.
Definitely, as you said, this will be carried forward to, in 1 month's time, we see India versus Australia in Australia. And the biggest thing will be Australia. Last time when India went to Australia, they toured Australia, India beat them. And as far as I know, Aussies, they will not take it lightly. When they're playing at home, it is their domain, and they want to dominate. We've seen this right from the late 80s till now. We've seen they're always there. They're very aggressive. When they're at their home, they want to make sure this is our boundary, nobody can enter. But Virat Kohli and his team just broke open that, and went and they won the series. And this will be an interesting series, and more so because there was no cricket, no international cricket for India for such a long time. So I think this IPL is a great platform to get some match practice for all the players, and it's a great opportunity for everyone if they do consistently well in IPL. You might see few new faces joining the Indian team. As Boryada, we were discussing the other day, you said the Indian team will be carrying 20 to 25 players with them, because there was no cricket, and they have to have a big panel because they're going to Australia. You cannot just fly a new guy every now and then. You have to have a solid bunch of players practicing there and be ready, because we never had a cricket for so long. This is for the first time we had so much gap in international cricket.
Plus, there are concussion substitutes and quarantine rules of 14 days. So you've got to have a bigger bench strength in Australia. These are important points. Okay, so the way I'm going to go about this is Riddhima will give us the batsman for her fantasy team. Rajarshi will give us the bowlers of his fantasy team. Pragyan will give us an overall perspective, and we will also put out our team. By the way, this is Sports Days team. Huh? Don't say that why did you not win? That is finally your decision whether you win or not. So this is not Bible, but we are giving you some suggestions, and those suggestions we will put out in a screenshot format also. So play enjoy with us, but don't hold us to it. If you hold us to it, your problem, not ours. Riddhima, your fantasy players in Rajasthan versus Royal Challengers of Bangalore, batsmen. Who are your wicket keepers and your batsmen? All rounders and bowlers will be Rajashri.
So my question is, before I go into it, what do I win?
Okay, what do you win? Okay, Pragyan will sign something for you and send it from one of his test match wins. That'll be something that you will win in terms of memorabilia. Or we will get you a signed copy of Playing It My Way. I've got some from Sachin, so I'll send you one of them.
Amazing, amazing. So now you can go for it, Riddhima.
Now you go for it. So who are your batsmen and wicketkeeper?
Tewatia for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to keep Virat because I feel that he's not going to go in a low scoring spree for too long.
There you go. There's the fan talking. There's this no sentiment, clear fan talking, picking Virat Kohli with 10.5 credit points. I love this. I absolutely love this. Okay, and who else? 3 more.
We have to keep ABD if we're keeping Virat.
Yes. Do you want to get anyone like a Devdutt Padikkal or an Aaron Finch to shore that top order, or from the other side, Steve Smith or Sanju Samson?
I'd keep Steve Smith.
You'll keep Steve Smith. And your final call. So you've got Virat, you've got AB de Villiers, you've got Rahul Tewatia, you've got Steve Smith. So you can get one more. And who's your wicket keeper? Your options are Joss Butler, and of course AB de Villiers is keeping wickets, so he can keep wickets for you also. So one more batsman. Aaron Finch. So Riddhima's top order is quite solid. Huh? She's got Aaron Finch, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli. She's got Steve Smith, and so that's her top order. She's got Rahul Tewatia, who will bowl some leg spin and will be the all-rounder. Rajashri, add to that team.
I would have Jofra Archer for sure. He's my all-rounder. Jofra Archer when he gets going. Washington Sundar too. I'd like to see him being used better. Is he being used very well? Is he being? Rohit Sharma showed how to exactly use Washington Sundar in certain conditions. So you'd have to have him. Navdeep Saini, what a revelation this guy is every year. And this couple of spells he's bowled in the IPL 2020, mind-numbing. I'd definitely have Unadkat. Unadkat is the go-to bowler for IPL. And in these conditions, again, we talked about conditions in the Middle East. Some of them have helped seamers, some of the pitches have gripped, but some of them have been absolute belters for batsmen. Unadkat is a standout. And Tom Curran's, some of his performances have been a revelation as well. And last but not the least, not forgetting Chahal. He's always such an impact, isn't he? The moment he comes on to bowl, there is something happening. So that's it for me.
So what Rajashri has done is balanced out the points also. Washington is on 8 credit points, Tom Curran on 8.5, Jofra's 9, but some of the others he's taken. Unadkat is on 8.5 Pragyan. So he's kind of balanced Riddhima's team in terms of giving them more meat and balanced out the 100 credit points thing. Your fantasy thoughts, Pragyan, for this game?
Buryada, I'll go with you. See, I love Virat Kohli. I love few players, but when it comes to fantasy 11, you have to have the rules that the fantasy thing follows. Okay, you cannot be little more emotional about your players. Yeah, sentimental about. So I will go with the people who have been performing, like ABD. I'll go with Devdutt Padikkal. Then we have got Sanju Samson. Then obviously Jofra Archer, Yuzi Chahal. Then I think I've told ABD, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So these are my top players, and then I'll go around them with a little bit of Washington Sundar, the way he's been bowling. I would have picked Virat Kohli if it was not my fantasy team. But if you see the current form, I'll go with people who have been doing well, because when we play, I've seen this myself. When you play cricket or football on a PS, you cannot follow the rules of the way you play in the ground. You have to play like it's a you're playing on PS4 or PS3, whatever it is. So same goes with fantasy. If you're making a playing 11, on the ground when they're going to play, then it's a different thing. But when it's fantasy 11, it's totally different. Who can get you those points and who are more inclined towards getting you points?
Very right. Okay. So on behalf of Pragyan, Ridhima and Rajarshi, let me give mine. And this is sort of our suggestions on sports today. Some very important points. 2 points. Make two teams. Make two teams. And when you play a mega league, okay, there are these mega leagues, there are these private leagues. When you play a mega league, do all the experiment in the world. That's your tip number one for fantasy. Why? Because in a mega league, say 40 lakh people are playing. So what are your chances of winning? Very minimal. So if your chances of winning are minimal, you take your punt. You take your punt and you experiment with anything you want. You're playing a private league, corporate league, between friends, housing complex, 5,000 people playing. Do a conventional team. Your chances of winning are massive. Don't take a punt because the others will not. This is your first tip of fantasy. So if you're playing a conventional team, absolutely take Virat Kohli because that is what Virat Kohli is. And if you take Virat Kohli, make him captain because if he delivers, he'll deliver big, like Ridhima said. He's just a score away, Pragyan said. But if you're making a mega league team, take a punt. Take a punt with the way I've gone. I've gone Butler, I've gone Smith, I've gone Samson, I've gone Padikkal, I've gone Finch, I've got De Villiers. So I've backed my top order, Butler and Virat on the same points, 10.5. In the middle, I've gone either Tewatia or Washington Sundar, 8.58. So I've balanced it. And then among my bowlers, I've gone with Yuzvendra Chahal and Jofra Archer, 9-9. So that leaves me with 8 credit points to close out. So who am I closing out? I've got my options in Ankit Rajput. He's on 8 credit points. I can close out with him. So that's how you make a fantasy team. Okay. So when you're playing fantasy, and also look out for the toss. Look out for the toss because it is important what you hear captains. Why? Like in normal circumstances, and I'll give you the example, Hardik Pandya would have been in your fantasy 11 every game. But now Hardik Pandya is not bowling. So clearly, a Kyron Pollard who is starting to bowl will be more value than Hardik Pandya in terms of fantasy points because he's got the option of giving you. So here the captain, here the coach at the toss, who's bowling? If somebody is carrying an injury, will he bowl? Will he not bowl? So these are important fantasy considerations. We'll keep talking to you on Sports Today on all this, but this was our first broadcast, folks. So support us, every one of you. You know, these are 3 rock stars I've got. Ridhima Pathak, absolute champion. I mean, in England, I loved your work. And that's why it was go-to taker. Pragyan Oja, been a real friend for me over the years. I mean, 200 wickets for India doesn't come easy. He's not one of those, sort of, are aa gaya yaar. No, 200 wickets and a purple cap in the IPL doesn't come easy. Once in a lifetime. And Rajarshi, you and I have been working together for the last 12 years. My whole team at Sports Today, Vivek, Abhin, our technical team, everyone. Thank you very much for putting this together. The India Today platform, great platform to be in. Most importantly, this is your platform. Come here, be interactive, share your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, sign that notification on YouTube. We will keep coming back to you every single day with this panel and with exclusives. So till then, tomorrow for 24 hours, enjoy this broadcast. And thank you very much, Pragyan, Rajarshi and Ridhima. And to everyone who watched it, thank you for watching.
Thank you.